What's going on, everyone? This is Julian. I hope you all are doing well. And we actually have the new move updates live for Pokemon Go Battle League for the upcoming season. So before we get to the video, just want to say apologies. It's been a while since I last posted a video. Been busy with work and stuff, and also getting ready for my GoFest trip coming up to New York in a couple of months now. And yeah, just for Go Battle League stuff, I think I've kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm almost at the veteran rank again, but I don't think I'll be hitting it this season. But there is still one more last push, so we'll have to see how far I get in the last week here in this current season. But here we are. We're actually taking a look at the live stream for the Go Battle League. And this is going to be from the Pokemon LA Regional Championships. Today is day one of the event. And we actually see that there is the new move update for the next season. So they actually released this on stream. So we'll be taking a look at that right around now. So the first update that we see here is the move of Scald. And as you guys might know, currently Scald is pretty overpowered. It actually has a 50% chance to lower your opponent's attack. So this is more for Pokemon like Whiscash, Poliwrath, which we saw a lot of before Annihilate kind of came to be. But still a lot of Pokemon like Whiscash were greatly used in the Go Battle League and also in the competitive tournaments as well. So now there is the chance to reduce the opponent's attack, and that chance is now going to be decreased. So I don't know exactly what the amount that is going to be decreased to just yet. My guess is around 30%, but that is still pretty significant. So now we'll probably not see Pokemon like Whiscash or Poliwrath used as much anymore just because the debuff chance has now been decreased. So that is something that is a really big change to watch for the next season. So we'll probably see a lot more other prominent water types kind of come into play now that the Scald move has been nerfed a little bit. So Pokemon like Feraligatr, as we saw, got a big buff during this last update with Shadow Claw. I think that will be much more used. And Empoleon as well, maybe might have a little bit more play this time around. Now that Poliwrath and Whiscash, the two biggest counters to Empoleon, now are probably not going to be as common. So we'll probably see more Feraligatrs and more Empoleons, I think, enter the field more. So this is definitely a pretty big change, and I think it's pretty well balanced. And the move Spark got a power decrease. Now I'm not sure if this really means like in terms of actual like damage or if it also includes the energy generation. So we'll have to see. But this will definitely have an impact on Pokemon such as Lantern. But as to how negatively or how positively this change will impact it, we'll have to see how it goes. The next move is Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is getting a power buff to 65 power. So this is actually pretty good. For a Pokemon, especially like Trevenant, which we know from previous seasons had the nerf of Seed Bomb with requiring more energy. So this will actually help it out a little bit and do a little bit more damage. So this will actually kind of help to balance Trevenant out a little bit more. It's still like 6 Shadow Claws to a Seed Bomb now, but that's fine. But I'm also curious to see how Pokemon like Whimsicott will do, because Whimsicott is a pretty good anti-meta pick. So I think we've actually seen a few more Whimsicotts being used in some previous tournaments. So I'd imagine Whimsicott will see a little bit more play with this update. So that's great here. And moving along, we have another move update called for the move Swift. So we'll see here that the move Swift is going to have its energy increased, or actually decreased. But we will also see that its power will be decreased as well. So we'll have to see how this move really will impact anything. I don't really imagine it being too big of an impact. It just really does depend on who this move update is for and if they're really going to be worth using at all. So it's a wait and see. I don't really imagine it flipping the scales too much, but for normal type mons that really need a good normal move, I would imagine this would be a pretty good choice for it. So we'll have to see. Now for the attack ability updates, this is actually going to be pretty good, I think, in most parts. So Typhlosion has access to Thunder Punch. Wow, this is actually really good. Because previously, of course, as we know, the only move Typhlosion can use to hit water types and for other extra coverage is Solar Beam, which is very expensive and obviously takes a while to get to. And now that it has Thunder Punch, it can still hurt the water types and also the flying types as well, but definitely requires less energy. So this is actually going to be very helpful for Typhlosion. It can maybe survive a few more hits longer. So this is a very welcome update for Typhlosion. Riolu and Lucario learning Thunder Punch as well. I think this is just okay. I don't really think it will impact it too much, although it would be nice, I think, just to have some coverage against like water types as well. But I don't really think it will flip the scales too much for Riolu and Lucario. You can still definitely run Shadow Ball. You can still run Close Combat. Um, Although the good thing about Thunder Punch is it's cheaper though, so you will have a good bait move, but I think it just really depends on what you want to use Lucario for, in all honesty. So I would say this is more of a side grade for Lucario. And then Scraggy and Scrafty learning Thunder Punch. This is nice, but I think Foul Play is already pretty good enough for Scrafty. You can definitely try running like a Thunder Punch and Foul Play moveset, although because traditionally Scrafty usually ran Power Punch, and Foul Play. So this would be a nice little side grade, I think, for Scrafty. Though I don't really think it will flip the scales and actually having to use Thunder Punch on its actual moveset. So again, this will have to be a wait and see. Now, the next few updates are going to be pretty interesting here. We have Chestnut now learning Thunder Punch. So this is actually pretty good. This is very helpful for Chestnut in the fact that it actually provides more coverage now, especially for the flying types that will deal like quad super effective damage to it. And then I think because previously its move was Superpower and Frenzy Plant, Superpower is actually okay. It does give Chestnut more coverage, but I think having the coverage of Thunder Punch is actually very nice too. So I think this will definitely be a pretty good upgrade for Chestnut. Although there's still a case to be made where you can definitely still run Superpower though. So it just depends on the moveset, and I guess depends on what you want to use Chestnut for. Palmo and Palmot learning Thunder Punch. I don't really think this will impact it too much, just because we don't really see them being used a lot in the Go Battle League. Low Kicks learning Counter. This is actually pretty good for it. Although we don't see low kicks at all here used in the Go Battle League too much, it is still definitely a lot better than what it had before because previously low kicks only had Sucker Punch and Bug Bite, which are not good fast moves at all. But having Counter at least will give it a lot more viability and a lot more play. But definitely not a meta breaking Pokemon or anything. You're still going to use it mostly for like limited formats. So this will be a nice fun one to build for an upcoming cup team. And then Satotl and Satitan learning Powder Snow. This is a nice upgrade for them, more so for Satitan, and especially as it is going to be used more for like the Ultra League or like the Master Premier Cup. And this will definitely help it out in terms of energy generation and all that. So this is actually a pretty good upgrade for Satitan. Nagnodle learning Dragon Claw. I think we kind of know right now Nagnodle has a okay fast move in Poison Jab, but its charge moves were not the best because it had Fell Stinger and also Sludge Bomb, which are not the best combinations. So now having Dragon Claw will actually help it out a little bit more. Although Nagnodle is still not the best Pokemon you want to use, so this is okay, but definitely can be better mons to be used. So this is just a fine upgrade for Nagnodle, but you're not going to really use it too much. Clefairy learning Swift, that's fine, I suppose, but you're not really going to be using that move here a lot. Okay, so we also have a few more new updates here. We have Clefable learning Swift. This is okay. I don't really know if we really want to use Swift on Clefable though. Just because I think Meteor Mash and Moonblast are a pretty good combination. So I'm not really quite sure what you want to use a normal type move for because, again, the only thing with normal type moves is that you can only hit for resisted damage and then the rest of damage is neutral. So you're not really going to be having anything super effective if you choose to use a normal type move. So I don't know how big of an impact Clefable with Swift will be. I don't think you'll really want to use Swift at all. And the same thing can be said for Wigglytuff. Although it is nice to have a normal stab move, Again, I just don't see the case of having to run Swift at all because you do have very nice coverage already in Disarming Voice and Icy Wind. So I would imagine, again, this is not going to impact the fairy types here at all in any way. So, and then Cleffa and Igglybuff also getting Swift. Okay. Teddy Ursa, Ursaring, and Ursaluna all getting Swift seems also to be fine. Again, there's really no reason to use, I guess, the normal type moves, in my opinion. Again, just because there's no additional coverage that it provides. But it is more neutral, so I still imagine, like, with Ursaring, for example, you have so many different possibilities. So I don't really think, again, there's a case to be made to run Swift for. Same thing with Ursaluna. There's really no reason to run Swift at all, I think, in my opinion. And now we have a couple more updates here. Firo learning Fly. This is cool, I guess, because Firo has a lot of great charge moves. It also did get recently buffed Steel Wing. So it's fine, I guess, but we'll have to see. I think, again, it's more going to be for a limited cup and all that stuff. It's not going to be like the most meta-breaking mon to use at all in Go Battle League. Salaman's getting Fly is actually pretty nice. It's a good another coverage move. Also gives it a more cheaper move as well because Salamence doesn't really have like the most friendliest charge moves, I guess, because all of its other charge moves are very expensive, and Fly isn't too bad. So having something like Outrage and Fly is actually going to be okay, but maybe still consider getting Fire Blast or Hydro Pump or something like that, but they're all pretty expensive, as I mentioned before. So probably Dragon Tail, Outrage, and Fly if you wanted to run Salamence at all. Swoobat and Swanna getting Fly, also okay. You're not really going to see these too often as well. Just a lot better Pokemon that you can use the move Fly on. So those are the new updates here for this upcoming season. As I mentioned, they were released on stream for the Pokemon Go LA Regional Championships in day 1. So that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think about all these updates. Do you like them? Do you not like them at all? I personally am still sort of excited for them. I think there's still a lot of good updates here. There are just some that I think were a little questionable, but I think in terms of like the actual move rebalancing updates that they made, they seem to be pretty decent. So we'll see. I think there's going to be a lot more mons we can definitely try to experiment with, especially with like Typhlosion getting Thunder Punch. I think that'll be a nice one to try out. Scrafty getting Thunder Punch was pretty cool. I think out of all the new updates, and then Chestnut also getting Thunder Punch, I think that one also is going to be a nice one to try. So those are the 3 main ones that I'm actually very excited for. Other than that, everything else seems to be okay, but still nice to see these upgrades anyways. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this type of content, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe. Any support really helps out the channel. And also, if you guys wanted to be updated for any new videos that I have out in the future, please feel free to hit that notification bell so you stay up to date for whatever comes out next. And that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.